Those tournaments are hard to win. I've done it a few times. I've also lost many more times than I've won, so I know how hard it is. And every year you probably feel like it goes up a notch, that the draws get deeper, it's tougher the first few rounds and all that. And Novak's playing, really good for many years now, and he's absolutely in his prime right now. I expect Rafa to be in tip-top shape again, and he's always tough at the Australian Open as well. And from that standpoint, I think it's going to be interesting, beginning to the year. But I'm unbelievably happy how my season went this year, and I hope I can keep it up next year as well. Basically, I think what's going to happen is I'm going to play Brisbane and Australian Open, and then reassess after the Australian Open, because I got a bit of a break there, and then basically that's how I'm going to look at 15. I know I'm going to play Dubai and all that, so it's pretty much in stone in the beginning, with Dubai and then Indian Wells, but there is some holes and some gaps and some build up blocks I need to create, and then I just got to decide how much tennis is good and how much is too much, and how much break do I need, because also next year you have 2 weeks, a week more on grass, and then that takes away 1 week on the hard courts, and that's why I just need to analyze it more in depth, and I haven't quite done that yet. This year I was close, but Novak played great in Wimbledon, Rafa played well at the Australian Open, Cilic was on fire at the US Open, and the French Open was always a little bit more difficult, but I really created opportunities, and 5 sets and all that stuff. That's something that, in my opinion, plays in my favor. People are always gonna talk it down. He's old, he's not so fit anymore, but I've never cramped. I'm one of the fittest guys on tour, and I can back myself to that. I know that, and from that standpoint, I always feel that the Grand Slams give me extra opportunities actually to do well. He will always remain somebody I look up to. It doesn't matter how successful I become, how old I become, whoever I become, he will always be one of those people that inspired me actually to chase more on the tour, to chase his records, and I didn't want to break his records, but they were right there, and everybody was talking about it, and it was a motivation, I guess, but he had the moments when he broke the records, I had the moments when I broke the records, and so for me to share the bench with him, watching him play is such a privilege that when I heard that he was also part of the team, I was like, this is very, very special. And
I think it's really unpredictable. It's going to be hard to say who are the clear favorites to win Grand Slams after the last 2 seasons of having 4 different Grand Slam winners. So let's wait and see. Obviously. As you mentioned, Cilic, Wawrinka, some new names who have been winning Grand Slam titles and challenging the best and winning against the best on the big events. So they have proven to everybody that it's possible, and that the dominance of the first of all Roger and Rafa over the years was fantastic, was incredible.